On the subject of David Shinano, he was out on a course somewhere on one occasion, and I was asked to cover his lesson. But it was my own form, which was year 7, that I was covering. So when I walked in, all the walls were covered in this luminous paper, ready for display. And I just said, "Oh, what on earth is all this?" I said, "I can't be doing with this. This is enough to give anybody a migraine." And they were saying, "Oh, it's all right, Miss." I said, "Well, it might be for you, but it's not for me." I said, "Oh," and then they said, "Oh, we've got Mrs. Chinanu again tomorrow, you know." So I said, "All right." And I tell you what, go home. I said, root out your sunglasses, and then when it comes to the lesson tomorrow, put sunglasses on. You might get the hints that the paper's a little bit too bright. So obviously they did. And then break time, that they had a lesson before break time in the morning. Break time, they came and found me in force, the whole form, and said, "You got us into a load of trouble yesterday." I said, "Why was that?" So they said, "Well, you know, we put our sunglasses on and went into the lesson, and Mrs. Shinanu absolutely had a duck fit. And I said, "Well, did you tell him that I'd asked you to do it?" They said, "Yes, but he didn't believe us." I said, "Oh, does that mean I've got to go and apologise then?" "Yes, it does." Sometime in uh, the 1990s, I'm not quite sure when, uh, we had an Ofsted come in, and it's all panic stations, obviously, in school. It didn't really bother me. I used to think, well, I'm just going to do the same as I normally do. I'm not going to change anything. If I fail, I fail. If I pass, I pass. That's all there is to it. But anyway, they came in block, and they are actually quite scary. But one of the women inspectors was called Sybil. Now that's asking for trouble. Uh, Immediately, I thought of Fawlty Towers, and during the week, I was on break time duty on Red Corridor by the PE department generally, and Mrs. Roseblade was also on duty with me at the other end of the corridor, and we were like facing one another, and we were always close friends, and we laughed together and joked together. But I suddenly decided I was going to do the Basil Fawlty walk. So there I was doing this walk down the corridor, and she was at the opposite end, not laughing. And I'm thinking, what side of the bed did you get out today? Normally you'd have thought that was funny. And her face was like stone. And I thought, oh, obviously it's not funny anymore, so I stopped doing it. End of break, I went up to her and said, "What's that all about? I thought you'd thought that was funny." She said, "Yes, I would have done if Sybil hadn't been standing right behind you." On one occasion, the boss, which was John Leach at the time, arranged for members of staff to go down to Trentlock and have a game of golf. I've never played golf in my life, but anyway, we were split into teams, and there were 4 women together. I know there was Jane Cowie, me, another 2 women, probably Maureen and somebody else, I can't remember. But we were just treating it as a joke. And we got to one of the holes where it was slightly hidden, and I said, "Oh, I tell you what, I think we need to stop for a break. So we'll not play this hole. We'll just pretend we played this hole." And so we all sat having a Mars bar. Nobody else could see us, uh, but anyway, we got away with that. And then we went into the 19th hole, where we were having a drink, and the boss came up to me and he said, "Did you enjoy that game of golf, Nita?" I went, "Yeah, it was good. Uh, what what club did you use on such and such a hole?" And I went, "5." So he said, "Oh, nobody would normally use a 5 on that. So what did you use on the other holes?" I said, "I used 5 all the way round." So he said, "You're kidding me." I said, No. "Did you use a putter?" "No, I just used the 5." So he said, "You've obviously never played golf before." I said, "No, I haven't." But I said, "My policy is, if you do well with one particular club, stick with it," which is what I did. And then he had a go at John Deacon for wearing the wrong clothes playing golf. And I won't bother to tell you what John Deacon told him. But then John Deacon said, "I will wear what the hell I like, whatever I'm playing." So that went down well, that day did.